One time there was this kid, we're going to call him Billy. I was new to a school, and everyone there kind of already had their friend groups, their cliques and everything, you know what I'm saying? Billy was in these friend groups as well. And some of the people from the friend groups took well to me and would invite me places, and it was all cool. And then one day we're out, the boys are having a good time, we having a couple drinks. And Billy looks at me and he goes, "Man, you know what? I never really liked you, but you're not that bad." And that was a shock to me. Because I'm like, yo, Billy, what? Like, we've only talked a few times. Like, I had no idea that you didn't like me. So, me and Billy are talking a little more. And then he reveals to me the reason why he doesn't like me. And it's actually because at the school we were at, there wasn't a lot of African American people. There wasn't a lot of black people there, you know what I'm saying? And I guess that was like his thing. I don't know. He just felt, we were about like similar heights. We both had glasses. I understood the similarities. Yeah, and I think maybe just even people comparing us or something like that upset him. And I've been on the other side of this as well. I'll tell you another story. I have friends that are so talented. I'm a musician, so along my life, I've always been surrounded by other musicians and worked with other musicians. And there would be times where I would be around musicians that were so good that it would make me feel inferior, to the point where sometimes I would hear how good they were at something, and that would just like, man, like it would make me, I would never like say anything negative about it. I would be just very honest with myself, like, yo, this is so good, but it would make me feel bad. And I'm just like, why am I hating on someone's talent? You know what I mean? These stories were when I was in high school, so there's been a lot of growth since then. This is like a decade ago, you know what I'm saying? But these are still very formative times of your life, and I know that some people, if you figure it out then great. Some people, it takes them a little longer to figure it out, and some people watching this are currently in these situations. So it's good to learn from the people who've already gone through it. So let's break it down, right? What is a hater? A hater is someone who dislikes or criticizes someone else without a valid reason. And some invalid reasons that people may be hating on you is resentment, jealousy, and spite. I'm not giving my dog no attention. She getting antsy. Essie, calm down. Look, and we've all have dealt with haters, right? Sometimes people who just dislike you, man, for like no good reason. Like the example I gave earlier. It could be at school, it could be at work, it could be literally anywhere in the world, and you're going to 100% go through this and face this. If you're one of the people who stand out from a crowd, if you have something that you believe in, something you stand for, you are going to deal with people not liking you because of that. You can also be hating subconsciously. And what is that? That's when you don't even realize yourself that you are doing it. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like the example I gave before of myself with the musicians, where you don't even realize that you're hating on somebody. But ways you can know is when you feel a type of way when you see them, or maybe you have some sort of passive aggressive tendencies. And a really big one to know, if you are subconsciously hating on people, and a lot of you are going to be like, oh snap, I didn't even think about that, is if you cringe at somebody. Like, if they're doing something that has absolutely nothing to do with you, you're just seeing them do something that you wouldn't necessarily do, and because of that, you're cringing at them. Why are you so caught up in what they're doing? It's subconsciously, you don't even know why. You just have something within you. You know what I'm saying? And the best way to ignore haters is to not focus on them, obviously. But it's hard when it's happening subconsciously within yourself. So this is what you can do to allow yourself to not be subconsciously hating. And the more, and look, this is going to sound corny, but this is 100% the truth. But not only am I going to tell you the thing that sounds corny, I'm going to give you steps on how to make it actually a reality. So the more you love and accept yourself, the less you will judge others. That's just the fact of the matter. That's just how it goes. When you can show yourself self-love, you don't feel the need to be judging what other people are doing, what other people got going on. It's just not really within you that way. When you see someone that, for example, is doing something that might make you cringe, you look at it and you go, that's not for me. But hey, if they're happy, like, who am I to say they shouldn't be doing this? You know what I'm saying? So that's what self-love is about. It's not just about like, oh, I'm so great, blah blah blah. It's also the acceptance of everybody around you. And I'm gonna give you 3 easy ways to get better at that. So if you see someone and you there's something you don't like about them, you realize that subconscious hating feeling is creeping up within your spirit. What I want you to do is, to yourself, offer them a compliment. Just within yourself. As soon as you see someone who, like, you just, man, this guy again, be like, I like his shoes. He's good at XYZ. Blah blah blah. Everyone has something that they're good at, you know. And I'm saying, if it's for a reason, like, all right, if someone is a bigot, you know, if someone is doing something, well, even then, you know, even then, if someone's a bigot, if someone's a racist, they offended, you're something you stand for, I know that it's easy to be like, I don't like them. But even in those moments, you don't have to, oh, come here, bro, be my friend, give me a hug. But like, if I see someone who's a bigot, you know, a racist, homophobic, blah blah blah, whatever, my initial thing isn't like, oh, I hate them. My initial thing is like, man, I feel bad that, like, that's really how they live in. Like, that's really the frequencies they moving on, you know? So being able to see someone like that, right? I don't like the way this dude's moving, you know, and I feel, okay, it brings something up within my spirit. But at the same time, you know what? I don't like the way he moving. He good at his job, though, you know what I'm saying? Like, he run his business well. His family love him. Hey, him and his friends have a great relationship. Cool. Boom, you know. Just as soon as you get that negative thought, combat it with something that's the opposite of it, and then focus elsewhere. Another thing I want you to do is figure out why you don't like them. Figure out what it is about them that's making you feel that way. Is it because they have something you don't? Is it because they remind you of a part of you that you don't like within yourself? Is it because of something they said? Is it because of the way they dress, where they're from, the color of their skin? Some predetermined notions you got from other people about them. Who knows? Who knows what it is? But really determine what the reason is for you not liking someone, and think about it. Like, is it a valid reason? I'm not saying that it won't be. If someone really wronged you, it can be a very valid reason. But look in it, and if it's nothing where anyone did anything personal to you, or anything that goes against your moral compass or moral code or your code of ethics, don't hold on to that. There's a saying that says, anger is the only poison that hurts the container holding it more than the victim. And what that means is, if I'm angry at that tree, or let's just personify that tree is a person. If I'm angry at that tree and I'm sitting here just like, oh, I'm so mad, and that tree's just sitting there like, not even thinking about me, right? I'm holding the anger while this tree, this person, whomever, not even thinking about me, not even worried about me. So that anger is affecting me and not them. I'm mad at them, but the anger's affecting me and how I feel. And then the last thing I need you to do is bring attention back to yourself and think about how grateful you are for something within your own life. And don't necessarily compare it. Don't be like, I'm better than Billy Bob at doing this. Nah, that's not what it's about. But I'm grateful for my ability to do XYZ. I'm grateful to have my family. I'm grateful to have a roof over my head. I'm grateful to be able to be watching this video. There's people, I'm not comparing, but understand that there's people around the world who cannot do these things that we can do. So we have to have gratitude. This is your boy Samad Sinclair. If you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you immensely. That's amazing for the channel, and I ask that you give us a like, a comment, subscribe, and comment down below anything you guys want me to make videos about. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing the hard work, keep motivating, keep inspiring. I love you guys. It's the Dropout 704 podcast. Peace out.